Hey, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell for future notifications of all other videos. Well, now you got me dancing. Happy Monday, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on Monday Money Talks. Here where we talk about our J&J dividend stock, we go over our tracker. We've, in our previous video, have shown you how to purchase stocks. And we showed you the company that we use, Earl Schwab, to do so. You could also use Vanguard and all those other ones. I will probably we'll talk about that in our video today. Other companies that you could do this through. So with that being said, let's start with our J&J tracker sheet and show you what's going on as of today, Monday, the 26th, August 26th, 2024. Okay, and here's our tracker. So as you can see, today is the 26th. Last week was the 19th. And last week we were at 159.64 for if you want to purchase a share of stock. That's how much J&J stock was, 159.64. This week, Monday, the 26th, it's going for 164.83. We have 5 shares, just like last week. We'll be buying another share next month. Where our amount invested in stocks, because it's risen, J&J stock has gone up, good stock, which is now 824.15. That's the amount invested in the stocks as of today that we have. Last week we were at 798.20. The annual dividend rate, again, that's where the investors come up with. It's usually all the same. It really never changes. Next dividend payment is the same thing. Our quarterly payout from this dividend, because we have 5 shares, will be $6.20 next. Actually, tomorrow, the 27th, August the 27th, is when the next quarterly payment will be. And again, that'll be $6.20 being reinvested into our dividend stocks because we have ours reinvested into the dividend. 301 is the annual dividend yield. Because the stock has gone up to 164, I'm trying to keep it rounded to the nearest 5 by going by 5s. We would have to get 135 shares to cover, if the stock remains that way, to 164.83. That's how much we would have to, how many shares we would have to have if we wanted the stock to continuously every quarter buy a share of stock. So every time our dividends would come out, we would get a dividend payment of $167.40, which will be reinvested into the stock, which would gain us a share of stock, 4 shares every year. 806 is what we need to get the a $1,000 payment. If, say, for instance, I retired and I want to have a $1,000 payment every quarter, I would need 806 shares vested in the J&J stock to get this $1,000 payment. And that's it for the tracker. Okay, so in the beginning of what I was talking about different stock companies that you could use for when you start investing in stocks. I'm going to list 4 of the top big names that I always hear that you could use to invest in stocks with, as well as 4 fractional investments companies that you could use. The 4 investment fractional ones, they're well known for like starting with your kids. When you want your kids to start buying stocks, they don't have to, if a stock costs $80 for 1 share, they don't have to put in $80. They could buy $5 worth of that share of stock, fractional share of stock. So they don't have the whole stock. They just own a fraction of that stock until they put in enough money to earn 1 share. That's what I started off with my child. I started with Stockpile. Is it the greatest, the best? I don't know, but it did the job for me. So let me show you on the screen the five big ones as well as the five fraction, or I'm sorry, the four big ones and the four fractionals that I always hear about. Okay, so the five, or I keep saying five, the four major stock or brokerage companies that I always hear about. One, Charles Schwab, that's the one that I use. Vanguard, Fidelity Investments, and J.P. Morgan. These are the four that I always hear people talk about, especially here on YouTube. The main three that I always hear about, like I said, is Charles Schwab, Vanguard, and Fidelity. Charles Schwab purchased TD Ameritrade, I believe that's what it's called, and that's what I used to be until they were bought out by Charles Schwab. As you can see, Charles Schwab has 9.41 trillion under management and 36 million active brokerage accounts. Vanguard 8.6 trillion, 50 million active accounts. Next one is Fidelity Investment at 5.3 trillion with 50 million active accounts. That's like 50 million people are using them. And JP Morgan 3.7 trillion in assets and services 82 million customers, including its banking clients. So like checking and all that stuff. And like I said, the top three that I always hear about is Charles Schwab, Vanguard, and Fidelity. Find out which one suits you the best, which one you prefer. Again, I fell into Charles Schwab because they bought out TD Ameritrade, who I used to use until Charles Schwab bought them out. I did not look to go anywhere else. I just stayed with Charles Schwab. I've always heard decent things about Charles Schwab. That's why I stayed with them. They're a good house. They've been out for years. And if they could swallow up another company, you know they got the money. Okay. So that's why I stay with them and use them. And by the way, well, I'll cover something else after this. So let's go to the fractional accounts that a lot of people talk about and that they use for their children, but also a lot of 20-year-olds and stuff are using the fractional share brokerage companies because of the ability where they wouldn't have to invest a lot of money to own some type of stock until they could build up and own a piece of stock. They just wanted a piece of stock, which is that fractional share, until they could build up enough to own one full share. So that one is this sheet here. So here we are. The main ones that I always hear about: Robinhood, Webull, Sophie, and Stockpile. When I first started for my child, I took Stockpile. I haven't had any issues with them. They used to be able to where you could go online on your computer and invest that way. Now it's all strictly over the phone. That I don't like too much. I like to go on my computer every now and then and do things without having to go on my cell phone. I'm still kind of old school with that computer cell phone stuff. So as you can see here, these ratings, take them or leave them. But this is what certain, I think Nerd Wallet, I think it's called. This is their ratings, and then I got this rating from another website. I forgot the name of the website. But anyways, and on top of it, Stockpile was not on Nerd Wallet's page. So Robinhood, 4.3 out of 5. That's how much people like to use this platform. Fees per share, they do not charge you anything to buy a fraction of a stock, nor do they hold or require you to have a minimum balance to start the account or to have the account. All of them are the same. If you can see, Webull 00, Sophie 00, and so is Stockpile at 00. The main thing that you have to look into and research, do your research. I'm not doing the research for you because I want you to do the research and you to feel comfortable with it. Again, I'm not a broker. I'm not an investor. I'm just like you. I'm just a regular Joe Schmo sitting here trying to do my best to to make some type of future for myself to where I do not have to worry about a job when I get older, so I can have some type of retirement built up. And as well as that, I'm trying to leave a legacy for my children by also getting them some stocks. And that's why I started the stockpile for my child, because I could buy fractions of stock. But now I'm transitioning them over to where I'm buying one share of stock for them, one whole share of stock. So again, do your research. Robinhood, 4.3 out of 5. Webull, 5 out of 5. A lot of people like, and I keep hearing a lot about Webull. Sophie, 4.2 out of 5. Stockpile, 2.5 out of 5. I haven't had any issues with Stockpile. Maybe some other people have. Again, do your research. Just don't jump on board. Maybe they went down because you can't. You have to use your cell phone to invest in stuff with them. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But do your research on them. So here are 4 companies that you could use to start your own investment ventures. Thank you for watching this video. And I would like to also say thank you for watching any or all of my videos that I have put out there in the past. I would like for you to look at some shorts that I have created. I hope they are funny to you. I hope they bring you some laughter and some joy. I hope all of my videos I've posted out here for you on YouTube have brought you some enlightenment, have enriched your life, have did some type of positive impact for you. If you would like to watch any of my past videos or a video I've mentioned in this video, click here and here. Or if you would like to subscribe, click here. With that, thank you for watching. And until our next video, see ya.